Bruh. Oh my word. I've been sitting here for forever. I'm so dumb. I'm actually so dumb. I've been talking for forever. And I'm now just realizing that, like, there's a difference between going live in OBS and then you still have to go live on Twitch, or on YouTube, excuse me. I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was a separate button you had to press so that you could go live on YouTube. Why wasn't I told this? No, I should have known. I should have known. It was funny because I opened my YouTube channel just to make sure that everything's working, because I've been talking for like 5 minutes and I just wanted to see what it was like. And I literally was just dumb. I literally just didn't realize that there's a go live button on the YouTube dashboard that you also have to click. So it's like that's like an extra step. So I just been sitting here talking to a camera for like probably like 5 minutes at least. But hopefully, I think it says I'm live. Now actually it says I'm live on the YouTube stuff. If I click the link, does it say I'm? Yeah, it does. Cool. Okay. Well, I don't know how many people will watch. That's not really my goal. Not really my point to get live viewers. This is more just like an accountability thing, and then if people want to pop in and like ask questions or something like that, stop by, say hi or something, watch me get work done, like get work done yourself, you know, you're more than welcome to. But this is kind of more of like a me thing, an accountability thing. That's just because I want to get started. Like, I don't know, I've been having a work slump. I'm sure, you know, if you're a student, you've felt that before. And I want, like, a way to hold myself accountable to actually getting the work that I want to get done. And that's kind of why I'm going to start streaming again. I was streaming on Twitch, and then I kind of just didn't stream for a few months. But honestly, like, with the way that YouTube's live streaming setup has been improving, thanks to content creators and, like, big Twitch streamers moving over to YouTube, the live scene for YouTube is getting better for sure. Do I prefer it over Twitch? I mean, no, but it's come a long way, and I already have an audience, if you will, on YouTube. I at least have more of an audience on YouTube than I do on Twitch. And the likelihood is maybe people will come back and maybe just watch the VODs afterwards or something like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just experimenting with streaming on YouTube because, you know, that might be something I start doing instead of streaming on Twitch. Just a thought. But yeah, I just want a place to get work done, and yeah, if you guys want to come and say hi or chill, I think I am going to start streaming consistently, and we're going to try YouTube for a little while and see what I think. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. I think what I'm going to try and do is pick like a consistent time that I'll stream at, and likely because of my student life, it will mostly be weekday evenings, just because of when I'm getting work done for school and like the people I'm seeing and that kind of thing. So it'll probably be like weeknights at like starting between like 8 and 9 p.m. PST that I'm doing these streams. And I'll probably do... My initial thought was to do, like, Monday night... Well, my initial thought was Monday nights, Thursday nights, Friday afternoons, and a stream on the weekend at some time, but obviously variable depending on, like, you know, what my life looks like. Because I'm a college kid and I still want to have, you know, I still want to have some fun, you know, while I'm, you know, I still want to pretend that I have, like, a college life, is kind of what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan. I guess also in terms of, like, videos, I have thoughts on videos. It's just, like, the will to want to make them. On top of everything else school-related right now is just, you know, not really my top priority, if that makes sense. It hasn't been for a while. I mean, I'm not really, like, expecting to be a content creator. It's just more like, you know, when I'm interested, I make a video. And the videos I make won't be probably the equivalent of what they were before. It would probably be kind of more generic content, not super, like, actually teaching new concepts. Just because the internet's so full of that, you know? Anyways, what are we working on today? I guess what I can go ahead and get started on is talking about what it is that I'm going to work on stream. And this is going to take, you know, a good month. But, yeah, I guess I can pull it up. So, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I'm an avid Nintendo gamer. I mean, I've got my Switch Joy-Cons on the table right next to me. I do a lot of the gaming. I play a lot of Mario. But what I've also been playing a lot lately that I've been really enjoying, excuse me, is Splatoon. Which, if you don't know what Splatoon is, it is a shooter game. But of course made by Nintendo, so it's not like a crazy, like, you know, crazy intense shooter game. But the idea is, you know, you're painting the ground with turf. It's a 4v4 format, and you're painting the ground with turf, and the team that has the most ground covered after 3 minutes is deemed the winner. And Nintendo records the data from the last 50 battles that you've played, and there's a bunch of hidden data within that, but there's not, like, a ton of, I don't know, like, there's not a ton of data that's, like, how do I say this? Or that you can, you can't really access all the hidden data. Except, there are some people who are way smarter than I am that have written some code that basically reverse engineers the Nintendo Switch Online app, because there's an app that you can get that links to your Switch, and certain games will use the app, have features that are linked to the app. And on Splatoon, one of the features is you can look at your last 50 battles. So, people have built tools that reverse engineer the app, pull data from the app. If you link your account, they will pull your data from the app, and they will put it on this website right here, which is called stat.inc. Stat.inc is just a place that will host your data, and then there's a different program that actually uploads that data to the site. But the cool thing about the site is they've got an API. You can see it here. Like, if I just go here and just look at all of my battles, you can see that they have an API. Like, if I click this link, this pulls up the JSON, and I can do a GET request here to pull all of this data really, really easily. And you can see it's got, like, all this information on battles, which is super cool. And then you get, like, a bunch of information on all the weapons and all of that kind of thing. All in this massive JSON array. And unfortunately, it all doesn't fit on one page, so you have to, like, you know, go through and get all the pages. But it's quite there's quite a lot of data, and so the goal is I'm going to build a dashboard using this really cool Python library called Streamlit, which lets you build web apps and deploy them for free with really simple Python code, which is super awesome. And I'm going to build a dashboard that just like shows off my data, so that maybe I can see some trends in my gameplay and see how I can adapt my gameplay just to be a better player. The cool thing is, well, I guess I can like pull it up as well. Cool thing is I'm making this open source and it's on my GitHub. And the cool thing about it is I have what's called a GitHub action, which is basically like a glorified cron job. It's not been working, and we'll talk about why it's not working. But it will. I have a script that will automatically run every day, and it will pull my latest battle data, which is really cool. So the idea is that I can just leave this up indefinitely, and it will always get new data for me to look at, which is really, I think it's really cool, at least. Now, as you can see, if I go back, it hasn't been working lately, and that's because the site's been developing kind of as I've been working on this project, and so initially I have web scraping gathering all of my data, and of course, as websites change, web scraping scripts will break because the website will change, and that's happened enough to the point where my web scraper has broken, and so because of that, the data is not being pulled. And kind of just like with where I've been at the last, 2 weeks with mental health issues and stuff like that, I've been definitely not putting the time that I should be into this project, and the idea is that it's done by the end of the semester. And ideally, I'd like to be done before the end of the semester, just so that my end of the semester is easier, because I am going to be going to Italy right at the end of the semester, and so I want to be able to have the way that a lot of my classes are working, I want to have ample time to wind down, and I can wind down about half of my classes before finals week even, assuming I clutch up, and that's kind of what I'm hoping to do. But even that aside, there's a lot that I'm not gonna show this, but I'm definitely behind, and I need to catch up for sure. And that's kind of why I want to stream this and pick 4 days a week to work on this on stream, because then I'll actually make some forward progress on this, and get things done. Because one of the things, I gotta find it, because there definitely are some due dates that I need to be aware of. One's coming up, soon. Soon. Yeah, so in 2 weeks, we start progress report updates on our projects, where we present our projects in front of the classroom, and go through where we're at, currently with the project. You can see it there. And so this is the first week of that. I don't have to go at the beginning, but just with the way that, things have been going, it would be we had to give a tutorial on something we've learned. I went first, so I kind of would like to be one of the first people to go for these project updates. So I'd love to go that week. And that should be the goal. But that does mean I have 2 weeks. 2 weeks to make something happen. And ideally, in those 2 weeks, I need to have some sort of data. Doesn't need to be all there, but there needs to be some sort of data that's already done. Especially because the idea is that, well, then, first week of May, it really should be done by April 30th, by the end of April. So it's it's time. It's time to make it happen. And so that's why I'm doing these streams, so that I can start making it happen. So today's stream, the goal is to figure out where on earth did I even leave off on this project, because it's been a minute since I've worked on this. So I've got my tablet here. I don't have a great way to get, because this is an Android tablet, I don't have a great way to get this on the screen. Other than opening OneNote on the side, and then you all watching me live update right, but the goal is going to be to Oh, and I have low battery on the tablet. Nice. Where's my charger? It's like was over here. Oh, it is. Here we go. Ow. Ow. Here we go. Yoink. But the goal today is going to be to figure out what needs to get done in terms of building stuff. And then go from there. And then maybe start building it. I think ideally by the end of the weekend, the web scraper should be back up and running. Oh, and at this point, because of the way the website's been updating, there's API calls for everything now. So there actually shouldn't be a need for any web scraping after this weekend. Then I think what we can do is this week, by the end of next weekend, we should have all of the data processed. Like, we should be able to pull all the data out, and then we can start making some visualizations with it. So that's the plan today, and I'm going to go ahead and start getting to work on that. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start getting to work on it. And so the first thing is to figure out what is going wrong, or what was going. I guess it doesn't matter what was going wrong with this, because we're going to change. We're just going to change it. We're going to change the script entirely. Let's go ahead and pull up OneNote. Oh. What? Huh? Hold up. What? Oh, this is a create account. Why am I creating an account? No, I don't want to create an account. I don't want to... What? Can I log in? Quit. Yeah, I don't want to create... why is it making me create an account? Here we go. Okay. There we go. Now we're in my account. Give me that dark mode on. Okay. Yeah, I haven't given a project log for this in a long time. Probably, I don't think I've done it at all in March. Embarrassingly. Yeah, I haven't done it at all in March. Bad. I guess we'll call this after spring break. So we'll call this... Man, it really has been like a month. Man, we're halfway through March. That's a yikes. March 19 through... What would that be? 19 and 6, so I guess the 25th? Ooh. Now it's not shinking. Oh, it stopped. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It started writing, and then it stopped syncing my changes. This is why it would be nice to just cast my Android screen to... Am I able to do that with Zoom? I would need to look into it. I would need to look into it. Yo, what's up, Hypno? Thanks for joining the stream. You'll be on to watch later? Alright, sounds good. Is it writing? I can't tell. It's not syncing anymore. No, stop. Please stop. What happened to the sync options? Oh, I guess it went away on the screen, so that's good. Yeah, it really is just not syncing. I guess I can just, like, type it. I can just type it out. Which is fine. I'll just type it out. So I guess... And I guess we would also probably should look open the code base, huh? So... I guess one thing we need to start doing, so we should just call this or how do I phrase this? Because right now the script is breaking. Update download data script. I'm gonna update it with API calls. Update. So when I say standalone dynamic scripts, the standalone script is going to be, I just have some like initial scripts. I have an initial scripts folder in here. And in this initial scripts folder, I have like get my initial data and stuff like that. That's where I would update. So I want to update those scripts and then my general pull latest data script. So I need to do that. And then we need to start, so I need to figure out what data I want to actually keep and use. And we can show this. Actually, let me just go ahead and minimize this. I can actually show this pretty easily. If we open the data and we just open this one, for example. Nope, that's Salmon Run. I'd rather not do Salmon Run. If we open this normal one here. You can see that there's like some of these like have some JSON within them, or like here, let's just like pull out the stage one over here. Like there's just like a bunch of other information, and I don't really need all of this. Like I don't want this key. This just doesn't make sense to me. This is a Japanese developer that made this website, by the way. And so like really what I want is I want to pull this out, and so it's things like that. But there's also some like fatty ones, like the weapon one is pretty fatty. Because I need to pull out this and this and this. So that one's pretty fatty. And then the real fatty one is, well, there's two of them. But for example, like our team members. Let me copy this one and paste this. This one's massive. And our team members, this is every person that was on my team, what weapon kit they were using, and what gear they were using. And that's important. And so I need to work on pulling this out. And what I should probably do is go to my professor's office hours and figure out what's the best way to do that. Because I have some thoughts. I don't know if I want to keep things in dictionaries or if I want to have like a row for everything. Because like the thing with the gear abilities is I can mathematically calculate like how much of an ability each person has. But do I like just keep it in a dictionary in a column, or do I actually have a bunch of rows with the gear abilities for each person? If that makes sense. So that's something I need to talk to my professor about. And then that'll be something that we'll implement this week, is like cleaning this up, because this is massive. And then figuring out how I want to store it, because I might want to put it in a Google BigQuery table to then query with SQL, but I'm also not great with SQL, and so like just doing everything in Python would be easier. So that's also something to think about, and I'll definitely get feedback from that on Tuesday, because I'll get my feedback on my project proposal back then. So I did see that it was graded. This is all I think what I need to catch up on though, and this is all what needs to get done by the end of the week. So I guess we can go ahead and start getting work done. And it'll start with looking at this. I'm gonna start closing some stuff out. Yeah, start looking at this stuff. So I need to figure out how to pull my, latest battle data. And I have some thoughts. Well, this is the other thing, is like, I don't know what the most efficient way to get all of my data is. And that would be something to Google. Start reading, I guess. Yeah, okay, so I had thought of the while loop. My thought is doing, like, you get the response, and then you have, like, a flag variable, and then when you pull the same response twice, you just kill the loop. We'll see if this is what this person actually does. So the while loop is kind of like instant, for example, the while loop is it keeps doing something until the statement is false. If something is done once, and while does something forever, maybe. So in this case, we're going to keep downloading pages as long as data next is not none. In other words, it will stop when data next is empty. So that's the problem, is I don't think that's how this site works. So there's 3 pages, and if I were to make a GET request, let's see, let's just pull up the Jupyter Notebook here. If I were to make a GET request to right here, let's do it in test. If I were to make a GET request to page I don't know. Let's take a link. Or here, right? This is page 1. Let's here we go. Here's page 3, right? I have 3 pages of data. Oh, I bet I don't have the requests package. Oh, it's not. I do have the request package, but it's not response. It's this. Yeah. So this is page 3, and then it gives me that all of it, right? It gives me the massive amount of info. And what they're trying to say, what this website is trying to say is that, like, you'll keep going and increment the page, and you'll eventually just get a none type back. I'm pretty sure this will just return the same page. So, like, if we call this page 3 data, set the page equal to 3, and then page 4 data, which, to be clear, page 4 data doesn't exist, equals requests.get, put the same URL. Oops. Put the same URL, but change this to 4. And then we're gonna check if page 3 data, we're gonna check if that's equal to page 4's data. I think it's gonna return true. Yeah. So if it's a page that's not... If it's a page that doesn't exist, it just returns the last existing page. Which we just need to be careful about. We just need to make sure that we're not returning the last page. Right, and then you could just do a for loop to do that. So I think what we'll do is we'll do... Yeah. Yeah. That's just what we'll do. So we'll need to write a while loop, and then if the data is the same as the previous page, we break out because we're done. So it would probably look something like this. It would probably look along the lines of, like, while... Well, so we'd have some flag variable, so we would set flag equal to true. And then while flag... Actually, what we don't even need a flag statement. What we're going to do is while true, and then we can just break out. So, well, maybe what we do is we do, we make a JSON objects list that we append to with all the new data. So we have JSON objects, and then while true, we're gonna do data equals requests dot get, or we also need a count variable. Or I'm just curious. Well, that's with the index. This is with page 3. So we know that if I put page 4, it'll actually load the link, but it won't say page it'll say page 4, but it's just page 3. But I put page 1. Does it actually work and give me the first page? Oh, I see. Yeah, and then it gives me the first page. Cool. Okay, cool. So, and then we have the URL string. So while true, JSON objects dot append. I guess we don't even need a count variable if we're just appending. Because watch this. Watch this big, massive Python brain moment. So JSON objects dot append. Or, you know, but we don't even need to append it. Watch this. We can do data equals requests dot get URL equals URL plus. Oh, that's why we need we do need the integer because that's how we increment the pages. URL equals URL plus 1. And then just also to test something, if URL is equal to that long URL, but take that away. What is URL plus 1? Cool. So that'll work. So data equals request.get, URL equals URL plus string of 1. So turn that into a string. And then if we do that, we get, what do we get? Well, so we get the data back, and then we want to say .text because we just want the text. Well, we can import JSON here. No, actually, I'm dumb. That's gonna go forever. I should not have run that. That is an infinite loop. So data equals request.get blah 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 text. If data is equal to JSON objects at -1, that will get the last element in the list because we keep appending to the last element. So if the data that we just pulled is the same as the last element that's in the list, we break out of the while loop. And I'm just gonna do like a print. And then print the length of JSON objects. And the idea is that then, since I only have 3 pages, if this does what's intended. Oh, and then we gotta keep appending. I see. We then have to do. We still have to do that. And then. Oh, I did string 1, but it really needs to be string I. And then we increment I by 1, so we go to the next page. So now, if I run this, hopefully we don't get an infinite loop. And this length should be 3, because I have 3 pages. And it breaks. Oh, list index out of range because there is nothing in the list. That makes sense. Well, we can combat this. No, because we'll still get a list index out of range. Or here, we can actually combat this if we do... That'll fix it. So if it is equal to 0, or wait, am I getting this logic right? Right, so if it is equal to 0, then it doesn't go here. Right, and that's what we want. So the length needs to not, so there needs to be something in the list, and the data we just pulled can't be equal to the most recent thing in the list. Now we should be fine. Takes a while because when you're pulling all this data. Yes! Yes! Okay, good. Good, good, good. That's what we want. That is what we want. That is how we are writing our script to get our latest battle data. Or in the get my initial battle data, which now needs to be completely rewritten from the ground up, because I don't need any of this. Well, I might want this. I'm going to comment this, because I might want some of this. But I don't need any of this, and I don't need any of this anymore. Import pandas as PD, import JSON, import requests. 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. So import JSON and import requests. That's all fine and dandy. And then let's see here. So we need to set our count variable to 1. We need to set our URL equal to what our URL is. Right? Isn't that what we just did? Oh yeah, and then we need a list of JSON objects. Yes. So that we get all our data. And I guess we can just, copy and paste this since we know that it works. This thing here. So while true, keep pulling the data. Equals JSON.loads. So we're going to load this data into a JSON object, which is good. If length of JSON object, blah, 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 good. And then now we parse the data into a CSV file. Oops. Nope. Just up to this line. So now we have a data frame. So now we do for object in JSON objects. For JSON object in object. Well, now that's just a dictionary. Hold up. I don't need to do the JSON.loads anymore. It's just this JSON object. And then concatenate. Do this combination thing. I'm gonna do this in a new cell too, so I don't have to re-pull from the API. Objects for object and data, tempdf equals pd.dataframe.fromDict, orient the index true, blah, blah, blah. And then print the df. PD is not defined. Oops. JSON object is not defined. I'm sorry? You're doing what right now? Hold up. What? Whoa. Whoa. Hello? Why is it just a string? Oh, these are all strings. Even though I did JSON.loads? Oh, I didn't do JSON.loads here. Oops. Oops. That'll do it. Data frame from dict, blah, blah, blah. Yes, go. Now there's an option to look at your variables. Yeah, and then that looks good. Looking at this. Yeah. So I think this is gonna do what I want. Okay. Good. So then I get my initial battle data. We're gonna go through every object in JSON objects. And then we're gonna do every JSON object in object. Yep. Perfect. And then this should take, you know, a little while. Oh, I'm stupid. df.2csv. Oh, I gotta set the index to true. I had a feeling I was missing something. Now... and we should have 274 battles recorded. So I should have 274 rows. Which I can check by just opening the raw file and check the number of lines the file has. Not the most efficient way to do this, but if there's 274 lines, we are 275. What? Oh, wait. No, that's fine. Because one line is going to be the title and all the headings. Yes. Yes! It works! Yes! Yes! Okay, we've got all my data. Now, I need to update... I think I want to update my salmon run to do the same thing. Because the way I do my salmon run... well, I just call the one page, not realizing that there's multiple pages I can get. So we need to follow the same format here. Now, I don't know why I have this, because I don't use any of this. What I should just do is... like, copy this script over here. But then just change the links. And so, like, here's the splat log. I should get, like, the second page. Oh, nope. But this is the wrong one. Salmon Run. I should have now well over 100 jobs. Yeah. 139. Good. So come over here. Like this. This is the second page, right? For Salmon Run? No. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me you don't keep... You keep the battles, but not... Hold up. Hold up. There's no way, right? Okay. I was like, dude. Dude, there's no way. So that is, I guess, a bug, because this just gets... This does not get the second page. Bro, bro. Thank God. Okay, good. Good. And then just to make sure I can do page 1. Yeah. Okay, cool. I was about to say, if this is not right, so this page equals that, while true, load it in, blah, 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 objects that append the data. Length df.index. Wait, did I change the URL? Oops, I changed the wrong URL. Frick. Salmon Run 1 goes here. So that should give me back 274. Yep. And 139 jobs. Which I think there are 139 jobs. Salmon Run. 139. Yep. Good, good, good. That's good. That's what we want. Cool, cool, cool. So now that's all working. The only thing that's not working is the worldwide data. Now, what is my script for getting the initial worldwide? Well, I don't have a script to get that. That's probably good. But what data am I missing is the question. And I'm already up to date. So that means whatever I'm missing here is what I'm actually missing. So I'm missing since March 1st. So March 2nd and beyond. To March 2nd and beyond. Well, I can just get all of that data. Let's go home. Home. Download stats. Battle results CSV. 2023 3. So I just have to get all of these. For I in range 2 through 18, if I is equal to, so for I in range, starting at 2, ending at 18, because in Python it includes the start but not the end. So for I in range 2 to 18, if I is less than 10, what do I have it in my script here? URL. F name equals file name plus 0 plus plus ext. Three, 03, and then the day plus the extension, else fname equals file name plus string I plus the extension. Then we do all of this. With open file path plus fname as f.write r.content. That should be it. But just to test, I'm gonna comment this. I'm gonna print the fname. And then I'm gonna print the fname here. Print URL plus fname. And if I click that, I get the data. Cool. Yep, so that will work. So now we just take out all of these print statements we don't need. We open this. And now we should see the rest of these CSVs start flooding into the GitHub. So ready, go. Okay. Well, yeah, the file's not gonna be there. It was never an issue. It was never an issue. Oh, wait. With open. I gotta do that. That's why. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And then it should be done. Yay! Cool. Now we're all up to date on data. So now the last thing before we get this working again is to now update these scripts. So get initial summary data is done. Get my initial battle data is done. Now what we have to do is we have to update the pull latest data for pulling the latest battle data. Because now I don't have to do any of this web scraping stuff anymore. So delete all of this. I don't need any of it anymore. Because downloading my battle data is going to look like downloading my salmon run data. Which means I'm going to need to pull up I'm going to need to pull this up because we need the API. Because there's a really cool feature of this API. Right? Every day, I want to be able to download all of my battle data. Now, I don't know what battle data is, like, how do I say this? I don't know which battle data I don't have, basically. Right? Because it's constantly updating. Now, I already have this working for Salmon Run, because Salmon Run has this really cool feature. If we go to Salmon Run, and we click on any of these. And we click on this, just to see what the JSON looks like. There is, every job or battle has an ID, but every job or battle also has a UUID. The UUIDs are really awesome. The UUIDs are only associated, so there's lots of different ways that you can push data to this website. I exclusively use this special script called S3S. You can look it up on GitHub. It's a really good script. But S3S is not the only script that lets you put data on this website. I personally just use S3S because it's easiest for me. But the cool thing is this you get a UUID for every battle that was uploaded with S3S. Well, I upload all my data through S3S. So I thought a great way to figure out the data I don't have for Salmon Run was, okay, well, I just open the CSV file I already have with all my data already. I read the UUID column, right? Because if I'm parsing out the JSON, there's going to be a UUID column. So I parse out the UUID column. I get all of my UUIDs. And the cool thing about the API, which is under the wiki, is they have a call for getting a UUID list. So it's a list of every single UUID that is a link to my account. So every battle that I uploaded or job that I uploaded with the script S3S, each has a UUID, and so all of them will get returned, which basically means I'm just returning every battle that I've ever uploaded, which is great. Or at least a string, or at least a list of all the IDs, so it doesn't even have all the data, so it's even faster to pull. And so the great thing I do then is I just go, okay, here's the IDs I already have in my data set. Here are all of my IDs in my entire data set. Just subtract the two. See what's left. Take away all the ones that are in my data set, remove that from the worldwide data set, and see what IDs are left. And for every ID that's left, pull each battle individually. And the great thing with that is I don't have to worry about pagination, because I'm just pulling every battle individually. And the idea is that I'm not playing, because it runs every day, I'm probably not going to play like 100 battles every day. You know what I mean? Because that's 100 battles times 3, that's 300 minutes. Like, I could maybe do 100 battles in a day, but, like, considering my gameplay and how long I've been playing, it's probably not going to be the case that I play 100 battles a day. So I'm probably not. And so this was just a great solution. The problem was the battle IDs didn't have that. And so what I was doing was I was doing web scraping to get all my, because there's a way that you can get your battle data in like a secret JSON file hidden in your account that you can only get to with web scraping. So I learned web scraping just so I could do that. And it was working until the website broke it, which is not the fault of the developer. Like, the developer has every right to keep updating the website, and then it's my job, if I'm web scraping, it's my job to, change it up. But I asked the developer, I said, hey, because the developer's pretty active on GitHub. If you post a GitHub issue, it'll happen. I said, hey, can you... Well, because first of all, you couldn't even... Like, I had, like, the JSON list where I could pull my salmon run data, like you saw here. Like this. Actually, if we go here... Well, okay, first of all, if we go here... Right? Salmon run had, like, this option, so you could see the JSON. And then you could see the JSON if you go to the battle data here. That didn't exist. I asked for this. I asked the developer, hey, can you make this happen? And a bunch of people like replied to my GitHub issue and was like, yes, please add this. Yes, please add this. Yes, please add this. Then the developer did. And so then I could theoretically not have to do web scraping, but the developer didn't include the UUID for some reason in the data. So then I said, can you include the UUID? And then the developer did not only include the UUID, but made another API call for battles, which is awesome. So now I can do the same thing that I do with Salmon Run with my normal battles. So now what I have to do is I have to update the script to work with that. So blah 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 blah. So now for downloading my battle data, I don't need to initialize the WebDriver, go to the website, find the username and email. I don't need to do any of this. I can close all of this because I don't need to download the file anymore. We don't need to do any web scraping. So get the missing battle IDs and add them to the CSV file. So I go IDs equals get missing battle IDs. Okay, great. Let's go to get missing battle IDs. So what I need to now do is I just need to do the same thing with the get salmon run IDs. I just pretty much need to copy this function and paste it in here. So get this URL equals get this UUID list for my battles, add the header, and then do the requests.get. So then we get the CSVs for the missing battle IDs is going to be this. Get the UUID list. And then just to make sure, let's make sure that the UUID is a column here. It should be. But let's just double check, because otherwise something's wrong. UUID right here. Great. So we get the UUID. The other thing is, I don't know why when I do download my... download my battle data. I don't know why I do this. I don't need to open the CSV file. Oh, I do. This is reading in the data into a data. No, I do need to do this. Sorry, I'm done. Because I'm gonna append to this. Yep. And then do that and get the battles. That's exactly it. Yeah. So theoretically, I guess we'll see what happens when and then there's no JSON file to remove, so that would break it. So that's for downloading my battle data. That updates that. And That makes it a lot cleaner too. But then to get the missing battle IDs, we have this, blah, 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 blah. The JSON IDs is just loading that and getting the text, which should be a list. And the CSV IDs is just getting the UUID from my normal stuff. And then returning that list. That'll get me a list of IDs that I can then use and then read in here so that I can get... Oh, that's... Wait. How do I do this with Salmon Run? Oh. That's a complication. That is a little bit of a complication. And we're also making the assumption that I'm not going to play... That's the tough thing. Is I'm going to make the assumption that we're not going to do more than 100 battles a day. Which I think, considering how much I've been playing, is a valid assumption. But that's right. I then pull that and then iterate through all of the objects. And then if the UUID... Right. Right. That's right. Okay, let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Pull the one page. Actually, what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to copy all of this. That'll be easiest. Get missing battle data. No, that's IDs. Then they get missing battle data. Get all of this. Quests.get URL equals URL. JSON data, JSON.loads, r.text. And then for the object of the JSON data of the objects, UUIDs and IDs, then we do all of this and then stick it to a CSV. Okay. I think that's everything. Yep. Push that on up. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. And honestly, we got one of the two major bullet points done, which is getting the web scraper working again. And there's not much we can do until the web scraper runs, which runs at 7 p.m. PST. Every day. So once that's done, pushing, it might be stuck in the... Sometimes Linux does this. It gets stuck in the... Oh! It's not gonna work! I don't think my Git credentials have been... established. So I just redid a thing. This data set's massive, so every push and pull is going to take forever. This is why I need to think about looking at a database. Because it's massive. I'm getting this push, that is. It is a thickie. Oh, and it finished. So, that's awkward. Yeah, that's really awkward. We're just gonna cancel that, and we're just gonna hope that my Git repo is not messed up. Yep. It's fine. I think. 2 minutes ago. Yep. Okay. Sweet. Well, I am gonna call that for the stream. We got one of the 2 major bullet points I wanted done for this upcoming week in an hour and a half coding session. Now the data cleaning that's what's gonna take forever, and then figuring out how we're gonna do that with the data pipeline. That's gonna be the project for this week, and that's gonna be massive, and that's gonna take a lot of work. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll do streams on... I'll start scheduling them out, but it will probably be streams on Monday nights, Thursday nights, Friday afternoons, and then sometime on Sunday. That will probably be the workflow, if you will. But yeah, thanks so much for participating. If you did see, if you are watching the VOD, wow, I can't believe you watched the end of the VOD. That's crazy. You should consider checking me out live, and if you check my channel, you'll see more options to watch me live. I'd be interested in talking to people, answering questions and that kind of thing. But again, this is more just a self-help for me. But I'm always willing to make this an open office hours if you have questions. For be it AP classes or for college life and that kind of thing. I'm here to serve, or just to use it as a study space. And with that being said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, which I gotta log back into the YouTube studio to do it, because you have to do it from the YouTube studio, which is weird. So I gotta find it. Hold up. I think I can get to it. Hold up. Dude, ending stream is just such a pain. I think I can get to it from here. So don't listen to me. And then we need to scroll down. Analytics, which takes me, I think, to the studio. Yep. And then there's the end stream button right there. So we're Jay chillin'. So thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. So I am gonna go ahead and end off, and I'll see you guys in another live stream and maybe another video. Bye.